Do 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 do. Hello there. Hey, Misty, how's it going? Bum, 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 bum. I love this song so much. Howdy, howdy. How are things? Alright, let's switch it over to the gameplay. Boop, boop. That is good to hear. Very good to hear. Buenos dias. Good to see you, Adore Bomber. I'm not a fuckboy. I'm okay. How could you? Anyways, English time. Uh-oh. Here we go. Yep. Today we're playing more Force Unleashed. Last time we stole ourselves a drunken Jedi to have as a makeshift Jedi Master. And we are finally going to meet up with one of his contacts. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Kind of sneezy right now. Pollen in the air. Actually, there's a lot of pollen in my area, to the point where it's coated my entire car top to bottom. Hello, Witty. Good to see you. Oh yeah, you bought the pet last time. And I totally forgot to enable that, so there you go. Hey, it's Witty! Let's go to Kashyyyk. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But yeah, since you bought the head pat last night and I forgot to activate it, there you go, you get one today. Oh, cutscene already, look at that. Oh yeah, we just escaped Nar Shaddaa with Ramkota.
You died in your sleep. I'm starting to
Wish that I had. I like his voice a lot.
I found
What you found is none of my business. But I have been contacted. We're heading to Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk, let's go. I'm doing pretty good, Adore Bomber. Oh yeah, so yeah, I remember what happened last time. I was able to upgrade my force powers more. Force powers, here we are. Boop. And I decided to pump a bunch of points into lightning so I could get Sith Storm. I remember now. Anyway, what say we go make our way down to Kashyyyk? What's weird about this Navicomputer, and this is a thing that that is consistent with every one of these ports, is that you cannot go back to previous planets. Anyone read 100 Months? No, where? General Kota has been contacted by opponents of the Empire. To gain their help, you must investigate the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk. So yeah, the reason why we're fighting the Empire is because Palpatine kind of grew wise to Darth Vader's plan. Darth Vader had to fake my death, and now Darth Vader has instructed me to create a group of rebels that can be used to take down the Emperor directly. So pretty much he's assisting a rebel cell without the rebel cell knowing it yet. 100 Moths.
I still think this mission is
Damn, look at you, girl.
It's completely controlled by the Empire.
Sorry.
Contact better be reliable.
I trust him. He smuggled me to Cloud City, and he's an old ally to the Jedi Order.
Oh, that's cool.
All you need to know is
Wonder who it
that
is.
something very valuable to him down there. You get it. and
Oh my
maybe
gosh, are we treasure hunting for like Lando?
Get what?
My man went awooga.
Boy.
Did I? Oh no, you got me. You caught me awooga-ing.
Have we been spotted?
No, the cloaking device is fully functional.
Then take us down.
I like Starkiller. He's kind of charming. In an autistic sort of way. Ah, right. What color lightsaber are we rocking? Oh, we're rocking green. Nice. Just like dear old dad. Alright, there's my dash. Oh, right. Yeah, there's my boomerang. My force repulse. Yeah, so I've gotten a few different abilities. Yep, so yeah, last we left off, we fought our way through Nar Shaddaa. And now we're heading back to Kashyyyk, which is fun, because this is actually where we started the game. Oh. What happens if I go back on the ship? Now the thing's opening. Did I ever do this before? Is this just a quit? Or is it the Autisler? Oh my gosh. Is that like a rejected Batman villain? The Autisler? Is it just gonna play the same cutscene again? Are you serious? Wow, that's pretty goofy. Anyway, back to Kashyyyk. So, speaking of Batman villains, I've been reading Batman Dark Victory, which is a sequel to Batman The Long Halloween, which is one of my favorite Batman comics. It's just a really good Batman story because it's a murder mystery, and it's very rare that you get to actually be part of a mystery in a Batman story. Because, you know, he is a detective, that's kind of his thing, but you rarely get to see him go up against someone that we don't already know, and that's what's great about Long Halloween, is it's a villain we've never heard of before. Batman Hush has the same thing going on, too. Oh shit, already? Alright, these guys are the threats. The guys with the scopes, with the laser sights, you really gotta watch for. But yeah, it's a really good Batman story. It's set very early on in his career, so he doesn't have a lot of technology, meaning he has to think his way out of situations. Actually, I think that's my favorite era of Batman comics. Is when he's like first getting started and he doesn't have all the crazy armor and technology. Sorry guys. I'll be right back. I have to go do something. I got the sniffles real bad. I gotta blow my nose. That's the worst. There we go. Oh, really? Okay. Anyone read 100 Months? Let me look into it. Because I can, if it's a good comic, I'll take a look at it. 100 Months, comic. Hickleton John Mills. Huh. Interesting. This is... Oh, shit! Okay, yeah, so he's the guy who made this is famous for doing, like, Judge Dredd art. Let's take a look at some of the artwork on Google. Wow, hell yeah. Alright, I'll add this to my list. This looks fucking sick. Lackadaisical? Local bat cosplayer has to use his brain. Yes, I love it, yeah. What's lackadaisical? We need to do a stream where you guys just tell me about the cool shit you like, and I'll look it up and figure out more about it. Lackadaisical. What is that? Or lackadaisy. Huh, okay. Lackadaisy. The book, I'm assuming? Oh, okay. Interesting. It's a webcomic. Let's take a look at some of the artwork. Ooh, yes, I actually have seen shit from this. I think I'm following this person on Twitter, actually. All right, pilot animation, kick ass. All right, I will definitely add 100 months to like my list real quick. Sorry for the disruption. Just need to look into this real quick. Let's probably find that on Amazon and get the page number. Cult comic, yes, big time. 100 months. A graphic novel, and that has... It's one page? That can't be right. 170 pages. There we go. That's more what I thought it would be. I see, the way I do things is I tend to list things in order of however long they might be. So basically it's just like, all right, well, the stuff that has very few pages that I could knock out super quick, I put at the beginning of my list. Things with like 1 billion pages, I put at the end, you know? So like, and I combine series into one single comic book. So like, for example, I just read all the Avatar comics. A single comic, it maybe has like 50 pages, but all of them combined have like 400, you know? So, and I read it all as one big comic book on my phone. Eventually, I do like to have the comic to just have it on my shelf, but I usually only buy it after I've read it. I need to see if like Kiss Comics / Read Comics Online archives certain webcomics I want to read. Like, I think it's called like... I don't remember what it's called, but it's the Elder Scrolls fan comic that has Katie Mannigan in it. I really want to read that or continue reading that. But I just don't have the time. And I can't really use the website on my phone. What do we got? ATSTs! ATSTs! Sorry. Let's take care of these stormtroopers real quick, and then we'll go after. Then we'll worry about the ATST. Star Destroyer. All right. Nice and slashy range. I've been reading, but yeah, the Batman comic's really good so far. I don't know, it's very different from Long Halloween. Long Halloween was this mystery that had constant build-up until finally we'd get there, you know? But like, Dark Victory seems to just be a more traditional Batman story about like Batman fighting villains and gangsters. Gosh. You do such little damage. Oh my god, there goes half the health. What happened? Go and power up my saber. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Sounds pretty dark. It looked pretty dark. Reminds me of a lot of the old heavy metal artwork from that magazine. No, there's something that actually reminded me of. What was it? Because I did see some Judge Dredd artwork of his, but that's not what it reminded me of. Anyway. Oh no, are you just gonna ban Nitrous again when he gets back? You monster. He thinks of you as his friend. I guess that's his mistake, huh? Oh my god, red lightsaber crystal! Which I already have. It's the default color. Why is that a collectible crystal? Seriously. Grab him. Slice, slice, slice. I'll make a reference whilst I do it, so it'll be fine. My goodness, you monster. Using the power of references for evil. Fucker. There you go. Get that. Oh, damn it. Alright, down I go. Ah, well. But yeah, I need to look up like what else the guy's actually done, because his artwork does look super familiar. I don't make the rules. If it passes the funny check, it gets a pardon. I don't make the rules. Yeah, that's right, you don't. That's fair. That's the rule I live by as well. Let's just get them out of the way real quick and take care of these fellas. Grab him. Grab this. Grab this holocron. Boop-a-doo, my holocron. Get the Zappo. These guys bullied me last stream. Put that flamethrower down, asshole. There we go. Grab this health. I actually really like my robes. Looking forward to getting some new ones, though. Zap him to death. Just cook him. There we go. Get cooked. Oh shit! Sorry, Wookiees! I'm sorry! Damn it. Hey guys, it's cool, right? We're cool? We cool? Alright, we're cool. Cool. Let's go ahead and free the rest of these guys. Now that I know I can do this. Let's go ahead and head over here and just... There we go. Hell yeah, Wookiee party, let's go. Let's roll out. This is like the opposite of the opening level. I like that. That's really fun. Leading the charge. Come on, guys, let's go. Man, seeing Wookiees fuck shit up is always fun. What a great part of Star Wars. Hello. Oh, you lost some of your meow money. Luckily, none of that matters towards the banishing. None of that counts towards the banishment of other users, so... Alright, 1, 2, lightning. 1 lightning... Asshole. 1, 2, 3... There we go, that's better. Pick that up. Brutally tear off a trooper's arms, right? That's the best part. That's one of my favorite things about the expanded universe, is being able to show the actual physical strength of a Wookiee, you know? It's like, when I watched Star Wars, I believed that Chewie could rip somebody's arms off, but seeing the insane feats of strength that Wookiees pull off in, like, the expanded universe is crazy. Let's go and take care of these snipers first. Yeah, you stop resisting. Bum ba 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 wom ba bum wom ba bum 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 ba ba wom ba 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 ba. Got him. But yeah, the Wookiees in this game and the Wookiees in specifically Republic Commando are like so fucking huge. And they did a really good job of making them seem tough. There we go. I'm sorry, someone zapping me? Are you zapping me, motherfucker? I'll zap you back. Grab some health. Pick you up. There we go. Throw my lightsaber through you, and then cook you with lightning. It is one of the downsides of this version is that you don't get to see enemy health bars. Done. There we go. Slice, 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 slice. There we go. Big stabbo. I call that green goo. What is that green goo? Are you a friend? You don't seem to be a friend. Oh, didn't go too well for you. Oh, fucking these guys. Come here. Oh my god, that was a mistake. Damn it. Ah, well. Wish I had Wookiees to back me up over here, but no, they stayed behind to protect their families. Cowards. Got him. Fuck him up. Bam. Yeah, I love that. Nice. And then the ray shielding goes down. Excellent. Perfect. Let's get going. Should we go look around for some health packs? I do like how the health packs stay on the ground for a while. Keep you healed up. I've watched a bit of the gameplay of the PS3 360 version, and the number one difference I've noticed is that it's faster. It's weird how the newer console version seems almost more arcadey when you look at it. But like, yeah, the camera's pulled farther back. Oh, hey, let's help our boys. So as far as the Wookiees know, this is just a friendly Jedi helping them out like the old days. Fuck them up. Oh, nice machine gun emplacement. Thanks for setting that up for me. Yeah, I feel appropriately power. I'm making short work of these fuckers. Boing, boing. Climbing up. Oh, man. Ah, man, Kashyyyk's always just a fun place. Like, I don't know, Star Wars manages to make the most simple of locations seem fun and super interesting. Like, the fact that Kashyyyk is just a big-ass forest, and I'm still, like, interested to go there every time it appears in a Star Wars game, or, like, show, says a lot to, like, how good of a giant forest it is, you know? Or how Star Wars obsessed I am. It's probably the latter, actually. I need to help out our Wookiee friends. Hey, asshole, I'm talking to you. Hook him up. There we go. Jesus, game. His missiles. Alright, slice his leg. Ah, I love it. And here we go. Ah! Every time. Like I like that was one of the things I actually remembered about this game was that specific scream that Starkiller has, and it's like, man, it's the same every time. No wonder I remember it so well. Let's just fry this ATST. There's a health pack over here. I'm just worried that he's gonna blast me. You know what I think the best Jedi dash is in any Star Wars game? It's the run, it's the natural move, okay. It's the sprint speed of Jedi in Battlefront 2 Original. Like, the way that Jedi move in that is so fucking cool, and it's the way that, like, Jedi move in the Clone Wars, you know? Like, they just kind of run weightlessly across the battlefield, and it's super fun. And I really wish, like, other Jedi games would control like that. Hey, look at that. I did a good thing. We helped out all our Wookiee friends. Let's see how they're doing. Well, honestly, I don't even know. Let's go ahead and check in on them. I hear them. I hear my friends. Hey, Mr. Wookiee, you want to help me raid a Bothan village later? I bet you do. Bet you hate him as much as I do. Hey, man. How's it hanging? Bomber, are you just waiting in chat quietly for Nitrous to show up so you can ban him? What if he was here and he heard you and he saw you say that and he's just not saying anything? Oh man, this forest is so lively you can see the plants growing as I make my way through it. Oh, hey boys! Take a look over here. I wonder how Vader feels about me fucking up all of his campaign in Kashyyyk. Nope, you stop that. Health, please. Thank you. Shoot. And we're turning the corner here. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Dun 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 dun. You know, I remember when I was a little kid, we in my, I think it was my 4th grade class, we had a, I think it was like Foxtrot book, like for a newspaper comic book, and I remember kids thought it was really funny because at one point in the book they said the word sex, and like when you're a bunch of 4th graders, you're just like, haha, you said the funny adult word. And like the teacher got so upset that she basically threw the book away when she found out about it. It was like, it was her book too. She just got so mad at the idea that we were just looking at the book for that one word and not for like actually reading it. But we were a bunch of dumb kids, you know? I was kind of sad because I actually enjoyed reading that book. During reading time, it was one of the few books I picked up. Of course, I read books normally too, but like, I wasn't really interested in anything the teacher had on my shelf. I wasn't one of those kids that would just read whatever. I specifically became obsessed with certain series. Like, I was obsessed with A Series of Unfortunate Events, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, a bunch of other books too. But basically, like, I wouldn't read any books that, like, if I was going to dedicate time to a book, it would be either be one that I was reading already, or it'd be just something quick and easy from the shelf, like Garfield. Anyways, yeah, I was upset that the teacher threw that book away. I thought at first the reason why they threw it away was because I had colored in the main character's glasses with a pencil on every page of the book. I thought my vandalism is why the book got thrown away. Luckily, it was not. It was the fact that there was a dirty word in the book. A wordy dird. I was nervous about that for a while until I had the heart to ask someone about that. And I was just like, oh hey, why did you throw that shit away? And they're like, oh, because it had a bad word in it. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. I thought she was just really upset that I colored in the character's glasses to be sunglasses. You know, if George Lucas saw Star Wars Dark Forces for the first time and thought it was too violent, I wonder what he thought of this game. That's a bit of a famous story. One of the early Star Wars games, Star Wars Dark Forces, which is a Doom-style FPS, but it's like all set in Star Wars, and it's actually like a really good Star Wars first-person shooter. I'll be playing it probably on the channel next year or later this month. I'm not sure when. But apparently when they showed that off to George Lucas in the studio, he was disturbed by it and thought it was way too violent because of just the sheer number of people you were killing in the game. Like, it wasn't like gory or anything, it was just you were just gunning down so many stormtroopers in that game. Oh my god, so many of these fucking guys, man. Fuck off. Screw this, I'm out. No, 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 no. All right. Oh shit. Another one.
Close the doors.
Close the door. Oh, I know that VA. I think that's the narrator from Clone Wars. Looks like Judge Dredd. What the shit? Osric Stern. What are these things? Alright, no idea what that is. Anyways, I guess I'm fighting this guy now. Hey, Skelly, good to see you. How you doing, man? I wonder who this Osric Stern guy is. I wonder if there's like, you know, I'm a pretty big like expanded universe fan, so I wonder if there's like other people watching this who are like, oh my god, it's a fucking Osric Stern, you know, the way I like nut whenever they mention Thrawn in a new TV show. Oh my god, this is tough. Ah, that's good to hear. Oh, what's been keeping you, man? How you been? Got a new amp? Nice. It's pretty cool. There he goes, one of his shield generators down. So I guess I gotta convince him to shoot his own shield generators. Over here. And now we hear normal stormtroopers out and about. Something's always exploding. I'm stuck on geometry. Get away. Schedule conflicts. Ah, fair enough. That makes sense. Well, it's good to see you again. You got a new amp. Nice. Already read that. Yeah, it's been Star Wars month. Oh, that's fair. Oh, it's cool to hear that you're getting into that. Specifically the guitar, not so much the math. But like, hey, if that's the thing you enjoy. What the hell keeps splash damaging me from over there? Nothing. Oh, one of the missiles he shoots does that. Okay, interesting. That's fair. I feel that. I usually have a hard, like, if I had to stream immediately after work, I probably couldn't do it because of just how stressful work is and how tiring it is. Alright, Stern. Here's a question, can I okay, can't dash cancel. Nice! That is really good to hear. I know you were taking classes, though. I knew you'd been playing a bit. You like it? Hey, I'm spanking you with my lightsaber, asshole. Over here. Alright, you don't fuck around, that's for sure. Alright, time to go get some heals. Grab some heals, and we're back in the fight. That's good to hear. But yeah, lately on the channel we've just been doing Star Wars month, so a lot of Star Wars games on the channel. Very deep in the guitar. Nice. I should pick up an instrument eventually. God damn it. I wish I had a longer aerial combo in this. Alright, let's try and find ourselves a health pack. There it is. Health, gimme. Cool. Well, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. God, this guy's kicking my ass. Gosh, your force like recharges so fast in this that it's like... God damn it. Did you? Nice. I mean, it's actually my first time playing the PS2 version. I didn't know it was the exact same as the Wii version, though, which is the other version of this that I had beaten. I've beaten the DS, the Wii, and soon this one, probably. I don't see myself dropping it. I'm having a really good time. There we go. Alright, now to go grab this health. Yeah, that's the next one I'm gonna play. The PC, PS3, 360 version. Landing is damn effective on this guy. Jump, jump, slice, slice. Jump, 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 slice, slice. I'm just thinking, like, these kind of hack and slash games are kind of rare nowadays. Nowadays we either get beat 'em ups, or we get like light action in another game, or we get Souls-like. I guess it's just with these action games, with these like third-person action games, we have less had unique individual action games and more had templates, you know? For a minute there, Resident Evil was the template you'd use for third-person action. Resident Evil or Tomb Raider. And then it became Devil May Cry. And then it became God of War. And people would just clone whatever game had figured out a new way to do third-person action. After God of War was Arkham Asylum for a while. If you put third-person melee combat in your game, it probably played like Arkham or Assassin's Creed. Or a combination of the two. And nowadays, it's Dark Souls. Dark Souls has become the template for third-person action. Yeah, this is the PSP. Apparently, the PSP, Wii, and PS2 versions are the same, with minor differences. Like the Wii version, of course, you swing your the Wii remote around for your lightsaber controls. Like when this game came out, it was kind of like God of War was currently the template, but this actually played somewhat differently, which was nice. Isn't it crazy how clones drive the industry forward? Like we'll get like when a genre's being born, people will just make copies of a game with their own spins, and that's what creates genres. Like first-person shooters started as Doom clones, you know? Yeah, it's really tough. I'm surprised. That was pretty annoying. I did not enjoy that fight. The best fights in this game are all... Oh, shit. Oh, shit, is that Leia?
Did the Emperor would send an assassin? It's a coward's tactic.
I do not serve the Emperor. I'm here with Master Ram Koda.
Master Koda is dead. Killed above Nar Shaddaa. My father...
Your father? He's Koda's contact. How long has he been feeding
Oh,
Koda
basil
information on
oregano.
Imperial targets?
How do you know?
Why is Leia leading the battle on fucking Kashyyyk? Look at her go.
Well, you've done your job. You can return to your ship and tell General Koda that my father will be extremely grateful.
That's really rad. I forgot she was in this.
You.
Is there still an Imperial transport on the landing platform?
Yes, but I think the pilot might be dead.
She's
What
fine.
makes you think I need a pilot?
She'll be fine. Okay, yeah, so she was kicking ass and taking names long before Star Wars. Got it. Like, yeah, she was a badass kid. She managed to hold her own in Rebels as well. Like, she was pretty much an action hero long before Star Wars. Yeah, the whole point. Yeah, that was Leia Organa.
Princess Leia Organa.
It's Basil Oregano's daughter.
Is Bail Organa, my contact in the Senate.
I want to talk to him.
You can't.
What are you going to say to him?
Daughter on a planet overrun by stormtroopers.
You can't talk to him because I can't find him. He's gone missing, boy.
What are you going to say to Bail
Bail
Organa?
tried to recruit me to rescue Leia. I refused.
That's Legends. You have everything here. Yeah, that's fair.
Master Shaak Ti.
Uh-oh.
I warned him it would be too dangerous.
Uh-oh.
But the fool went after her anyway, alone, and vanished as soon as he landed on.
Felucia. Right.
The Force is strong in you, my boy. To be able to sense my thoughts.
No, he just put it together.
Read, old man.
Then you should already know our next mission.
So we're
Going
returning to Felucia to rescue her.
Senator
Yep.
Organa.
Understandable. Blaster block ability increased. Your ability to block incoming blaster fire has been upgraded. You've unlocked a new lightsaber crystal. Makes the lightsaber's beam resonate loudly and will increase the damage your lightsaber inflicts. Oh shit, just lightsaber damage boost. Corellian flight suit. Awesome! New costume, new lightsaber hilt. Good shit. Now we just unlocked a red crystal. I'm guessing it's this one here? And then combat crystal. Push, lightsaber damage increase. There we go. That's what we want. And as for our new hilt, ooh, I like that one. That one's pretty cool. Appropriately evil looking.
Another drink.
You're drunk. You're a drunk. Kento's robe, and now we have the Corellian flight suit. I like that. That's spiffy. That's pretty spiffin'. Proper spiff. I'm sorry. What do we have that needs to be upgraded? Oh, we have a bunch of shit that needs to be upgraded down below. Shit. Well, I barely ever use the choke. Force push I use all the time, though. We'll upgrade this one. I get the feeling that I'm not going to be able to do all these on a single playthrough, so... In the meantime, what we'll do is... just upgrade what we got. Anywho, let's go ahead and save the game real quick. And we'll save this in slot... save it in slot 1. Just rotate between the two. I'm going to need a slot for dark side and a slot for light side, and the only choice you really makes at the end of the game, so... Alright, Felucia. Senator Bail Organa has vanished on Felucia. Go to Felucia and find him. Got it. Felucia. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I actually really like the Jedi apprentice that Shaak Ti has. She's pretty rad. And we'll get to see some of her on this mission. I was shocked we didn't have to go back to the Jedi Temple. Damn, Bail, you're looking beat up.
Eat up, Senator.
Just give him a raw steak.
Why are you keeping me here, Maris? Your master would be disgusted with you.
You're something to trade if Darth Vader finds me. Now shut up and eat.
Mmm.
And if you're thinking about escaping, just remember that my new pet is very hungry.
You look proper evil. I think she's fallen to the dark side, if I remember correctly. Also, goddamn, those braids are looking good. Shit, I love braids. I like braids and I like dreadlocks a lot. They're super cool.
Looks like Organa made it this far.
All right. Damn, she's looking good.
We're
Sorry.
confronted Shaak Ti.
Shaak Ti.
Bail was searching for the Jedi Master, then he might still be nearby.
I really like the voice that Sam's doing for Starkiller.
No, if I let it affect me, if I think about my past for even an instant, Master Koda will sense it.
It's dangerous having him with us. If he discovers who you are, he'll expose us both.
Hey, if he senses who I am, he's not gonna have the chance to tell anyone.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. She's afraid you're just gonna fucking off him. Kind of a pink color, actually. Interesting. But, yeah, I actually really like Sam Witwer's performance as Starkiller. Not when he's yelling, but when he's just talking normally. He has that kind of, like, whisper that Maul has. He does that same kind of whisper for Maul, like... I couldn't think of a line to do an impression of, but, like... I love that kind of mumbling, mad whisper that he can do. It's tough to describe. Also, look, I like the Rancor skulls just hanging around. Whoa! Clone transport? Oh no, these are rebels. These guys are losing. Power! Unlimited! Alright, sorry. I just get excited sometimes, that's all. Actually got a line of marksmen back here. Impressive. Most impressive. That's a friend.
Don't move. You're surrounded.
Yeah, go Starkiller.
Hold! I'm looking for Senator Organa.
The senator is being held in the encampment. That way.
Oh, I just cut that guy's legs off. Shouldn't your response be holy fucking shit, it's a Jedi, oh my god. We're saved? Maybe not. Maybe they don't know what a Jedi is. That's something we learned from Mandalorian is that, like, knowledge of the Jedi is not common. Anywho. I like the look of this lightsaber. Oh, these fucks again. They're tough enough to where I can't just throw the lightsaber through them. Alright, 1, 2, slam. Slam him. I actually really like the combos. The 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, I couldn't do the blast. There we are. Also, this is probably really hard to follow for you guys. Good way. Got him. Nice. I was just thinking, like, do you think they took inspiration from the Clone Wars cartoon for this? The Gennady Tarkovsky Clone Wars animations. I hope they did. It's pretty cool. Like a lot, like the, for example, this boom, that force repulse is something that I first saw in that. That's always a fun thing when a fiction uses the Force in a new way and the rest of the franchise is like, hell yeah, you know? Like how in The Force Awakens, Kylo Ren, as much as I normally don't like to give much credit or credence to the sequels, they did do some cool shit. So, for example, Kylo Ren was able to freeze people with the Force and stop them from moving, creating... Oh no, that's not new. That's not new. What he was able to do was stop blasters and, like, deflect blasters by using the Force. And that's something that Maul later does in Clone Wars that I think is super sick. But to be fair, now that I think about it, and I think it out loud, that's something that already existed. Because in Knights of the Old Republic 1, you could stasis entire rooms to death to stop them from moving by freezing them. And then in Knights of the Old Republic 2, you could use the Force to deflect blaster bolts. So I guess the sequels didn't make that up. That was an old lore thing. I wonder how many things that were actually original to the sequel trilogy. I'm guessing Force Ghost Lightning was like the dumb shit, but like the Lightspeed Kamikaze, which is one of the most like contentious pieces of Star Wars lore, at least recent new Star Wars lore, is like that's not new. That was a thing that existed long before the Star Wars sequels. I don't know where specifically from, I just know it was in Legends before. So it just makes me wonder, like, what new shit did they actually do? Yeah. Oh, what's the point of that cutscene? To tell me that I'm gonna need to fight some stormtroopers? Yeah, I knew that. It's kind of this game's whole thing. Alright, who's aiming at me? Die, die, die. Oh, no, it's the reveal that the Empire's here. Got it. 1, 2, 3. Got him. Another one. I also do like how you auto block from the front. Like, so if an enemy hits you from the front with melee or with a blaster shot, Starkiller will auto block for the first few hits, giving you the time you need to actually hit the button. It's very generous. Keep firing, assholes! What the fuck is that? That's so creepy. What is that? Oh, it's an Imperial droid. Okay. Certain Imperial droids are so creepy. The probes always creep me out in Star Wars. I know it's just a probe droid. It's just there to like gather information and take pictures, and it has a small blaster on it. But like, they creep me the fuck out. Also, I want all these different types of stormtroopers to come back. They're really cool. Like, look at that. That is a creepy... Like, they did a really good job of, like, making the Empire seem less uniform and boring in this game. Like, to be fair, like, Canon's taken their own direction with it, too, is where we have Purge Troopers and, Death Troopers as well.
Let them have it!
Oh, you're a medic. Well, you're a dead medic now. A dedic. Bye now. Bum 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 wompa bum wompa bum. Again, this is like one of my favorite things about newer Star Wars games is how every single one of them, every single new Star Wars show and every new Star Wars game has its own unique music. Goes a long way, like I said.
Where is Senator Organa?
What the?
Where is he?
Why should I tell you?
Because you want to get it off your chest.
I really want to get it off my chest.
You won't let me leave without telling me where the Senator is.
I won't let you leave this command post without revealing the Senator's secret location.
Well, where is Senator Organa?
The Jedi. She has him in the Takarian village.
Takarian village.
You're welcome.
Are you gonna run him through? Oh,
He's being
okay.
held in the Takarian village.
We have a situation here.
Oh, you idiot. Come here. That didn't go the way I wanted to. Alright, pick him up. Damn it, it's been so long since I force choked a motherfucker that I forgot how. There we are. Goodbye. Because I'm just mean like that. Run, da, da, run, da, da, run. Dash, dash.
Don't let him out of your sight. I've got you in my sights. Careful.
Gotcha, bitch. Whew. I should really play more action games on the channel, because, like, I used to be able to play, like, this kind of game and just do commentary the whole time while still landing combos and shit. But nowadays, I have so much trouble splitting my focus. I really like this pink lightsaber. Maybe I'm colorblind. Like, okay, what do you guys think? Is this lightsaber pink or is it red? I think it's kind of a lighter red than the other ones, which to me just looks pink. Wow! Goodbye. Gosh, I love that. I love that. So, like, Force Lightning is still the coolest Force ability, right? I think we're all in agreement here that that's still the coolest shit. To me, it's always been the coolest. It's like, I saw Palpatine do it in Revenge of the Sith, or in Return of the Jedi, and I was just like, yup. That's the coolest Force power. Palpatine's who I played the most as in Lego Star Wars. Palpatine and Dooku, just because they had Force. They had Lightning, and Lightning's sick. Oh no, Lightning, our one weakness. Come here, asshole. That one's a pretty close runner-up, though. Oh, it's so neat. Oh, hello, gentlemen. Just throw him away for now. This one's all jittery and messed up. I always wanted lightning powers as a kid. If I could be Electro from Spider-Man, I would be. Lightning powers are the coolest. Lightning is just cooler fire. I feel like my favorite characters and things as a kid was based entirely on electricity. Like, my favorite Star Wars character when I was a kid is Palpatine. My favorite Naruto character was Sasuke. My favorite Avatar character for the longest time was fucking Azula because of her lightning. Because lightning is sick. It can be done in a bunch of different ways. You can even make it, you could either do it like, you know, Force Lightning where it's like a crackling energy force.
Senator Organa, Master Coda sent
Or you can do like a single bolt of electricity that just blows a hole through your target, like lightning bending in Avatar.
Stay out of the fight for long. But I thought he'd be angry with me for ignoring his advice.
Don't worry, he's definitely angry. But I think he wants
And
to be able
drunk.
to yell at you in person. Let's go.
Hurry. Shakti's apprentice has gone mad.
This whole
Has she?
planet has gone insane.
Oh, we're not crazy.
Okay.
We've just embraced the power of the dark side.
Stand aside, girl.
Bitch, did you bleed your crystals?
You
Okay.
won't. He won't let you.
So, I think I've already mentioned this before on stream, but the reason why Sith have red crystals, red lightsabers, is not because they decided to go collect or trade in for a red crystal, though that does happen sometimes. For example, Vader, his lightsaber crystal it's red because, well, Palpatine gave him a lightsaber with a red crystal in it. Your new lightsaber. Fucking dash. I don't want to fight the Rancor. I don't want to fight the Rancor. I want to go get my power up. But otherwise, red crystals come from corruption. The idea that a dark side force user is meditating with their crystal, over time it will eventually cause the crystal to bleed and turn red. You can also get it to turn red by killing a lot of people, a lot of specifically innocent people with your crystal, which is what happened to the Sith during the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War. Jesus Christ. Lock on! There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm having trouble getting any hits in on him. Ah! Maybe I'll just have to keep letting him grab me like that. Can I block that? Oh wow, I totally can. Damn it. Yeah, that doesn't block shit. What the fuck was that? Ah! Alright, got him. I'd love to, like, actually blast one of these things at him, because I think that's what I'm supposed to do, but, like, I haven't been able to throw one yet. And also he keeps comboing me, which is something I never thought he'd be able to do. The fact that he can just charge me and repeatedly hit me like that is not very fun. I do like how in this game when you die, though, it doesn't... It just automatically sets you back to the... puts you back in the fight and recharges some of the enemy's health. Which is pretty cool. So the only solution I've found for him so far is to lock on, dash... okay, like, yeah, that fucking tail hitbox is bullshit. Gonna be left. Lock on, Star Killer. Why do I have to fight a Rancor in a fucking active minefield? Jesus Christ, you piece of shit. I'll just bait him out and cook him with lightning. Oh my god, is he stuck on this rock? Oh, that's so fucked up. Let's do normal lightning. And I win. Yeah. Bull Rancor, how cool. Nice. Sorry that I killed your pet. Oh hey, a lightsaber hilt. I got 2 in this mission actually. Alright, let's go. Do I want to kill these guys? I think I'll kill them, because I need the XP. Yay, we did it. I actually really like these little houses here. I think they live in... I don't know if they live in here or what, but it looks really cool. You know, I never knew much about Volusia. We don't spend a lot of time there in Clone Wars, and, like, I think we see it once in Revenge of the Sith, you know? Sorry, I was scratching my ear. Ah, shit. Here we go. Slice, 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 and zap. Oh, nope, they're all dead. Good. Fun, fun, fun. I think I have enough skill points to upgrade my force powers again. Yep. 50,000. Ah, yes, Star Wars, The Last of Us. What the heck? Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, not an egg. Egg in denial. Saber Whirlwind? What is that? Oh, that's my dash that I don't use. Okay. I guess I can power up my Dark Rage, but I'll wait. I'd just rather put more points. I'd rather put more points into Force Push or Lightning, one of my bread and butter abilities, before I start updating my combos. Hey, not an egg, how you doing, man? Give her the zap. Lock on. Lock on. There we go. Okay. Sounds good to me. Alright, well, bye, Maris. Man, my lightning has gotten pretty powerful. Guard break, slice, slice. Yeah, that lightning just drains health now. Oh, she beat me. Wow. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Come on, Sith Ahsoka. Man, Shakti would be so disappointed in you. Aw, one of the villagers is... They're defending her. Oh, it's kind of sweet, actually. Are we the baddies? Ooh, shit! That was intense, wow. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Oh, I'm gonna just storm the room to death. In case you're wondering, yeah, it's supposed to be blurry like this. I think that's one of her abilities.
Prove me wrong.
Slice, slice. That's so cool. Just slicing her with her own sabers and then slamming her. Another one? God damn it. Please don't tell me I'll be fighting... Alright, it's just a Rancor. Then fine. I can fight a single Rancor. I'm gonna feel bad doing it, but... This isn't a very fun enemy to fight. Big enemies, like, this game does not feel like it was meant for fighting larger enemies. It feels like it's meant to be, like, you fighting against a bunch of disposable stormtroopers. Or, like, a single duelist, you know? Like, I feel like that's when the game's at its best, in my opinion. Oof. I feel bad. I like the Rancors. I always found them to be, like... I don't know, I felt bad in Return of the Jedi when Luke killed the Rancor. A lot of the shit in this game just feels excessive. Which, to be fair, is kind of the point. Just throw a bone at me? They are abundant on the world of Dathomir. It's the planet that the Night Sisters come from. They are pretty common there. That's where they come from.
Why have you done this to yourself?
It was you.
Oh, you should look up the Night Sisters and Dathomir, not Neg, because like that is a guild of people. Sorry. The Night Sisters are a race of witches. Basically, they have their own interpretation of the Force, and they like do proper fucking like necromancy and hexes and just witchy shit. They're really creepy. And that's actually the planet that Maul comes from. They have their own... basically what they do is they capture slaves from the planet they capture Iridonian slaves, and they power them up and modify them through dark magic, which is just their own interpretation of the Force. Not quite, no. But they're like Asajj Ventress from Clone Wars. That's where she's from. That's her planet of origin. But yeah, they created Maul. And they're pretty much like one of the cooler interpretations of the Force. And it shows that it's not just the Sith and the Jedi. Yeah, no problem. If you want to like see it in video game form, you actually go there in Jedi Fallen Order, which is a really cool new Star Wars game. Yeah, enjoy that. Hadouken! All right, zap.
I will avenge the death of my master.
Slice. I like her cool. I like her Tomfa lightsabers. They're super sick. Yeah, you enjoy that, bitch. Oh, well, that's fair. I'd recommend looking up a Let's Play then, or finding a stream of it. I'll probably be streaming it eventually. But it's one of those games I kind of want to play on my own off a stream, so it'll be a while before I stream Jedi Fallen Order. It'll be fun to do too, because it's a Metroidvania, and those games are really fun on repeat playthroughs.
You have abandoned the teachings of your master.
That's fair, man. Like, no, that's perfectly okay. different strokes for different folks, and some people just can't handle like faster or more aggressive games. That's fine. But yeah, look into it.
Done this to yourself.
It was you. You did this to me.
Release the senator.
Slash. Oh, it's so satisfying. All right, let's see what you got. Probably next year, sadly. It's gonna be a while before I play Battlefront 2, the new one at least. The old one I'll probably play soon.
To the dark side, I'd be doing the galaxy a favor.
It's not my fault. Shakti abandoned me to this place. This planet is evil. It corrupted me. Just let me get away from here. Just let me go. And I'll
What's
turn
her...
my back on the dark side.
Does she... I hope she makes it. I feel bad for her. Oh, is she Iridonian? She is Iridonian. Okay, interesting.
That one.
She doesn't have the facial
Too much of
markings.
Another young Jedi who turned to the dark side.
And who would that be? Basil Oregano.
You really think she's free? She'll carry the memories of what she did here forever.
But yeah, I'll be playing the old Battlefront 2 this year probably. Or next year probably.
I know I owe you my life, but
You don't owe me anything. I told you on Nar Shaddaa that I can't help you. Not since I lost my sight. He's your hero, and it's his rebellion.
It's
Join us
also
because he's
fairly normal for Jedi to be able to see through the Force, which he has not developed that ability yet, which is a
we're
shame.
not prepared to go to war yet. We need weapons and starships and people with the courage to use them. I don't know how many others will stand with us.
But surely you know some who...
You know of other rebel
Yes,
cells.
there are other senators who have spoken out against the Emperor, but they'll be hard to convince.
We just need to show them that the Empire is vulnerable.
Let me meditate on that. I'm sure I can find the right target. In the meantime, Senator, make contact with your friends. We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Sounds good to me. Let's go. Back to the ship. My Jedi Master is a drunk. I feel like that's a pretty good title. No boffins in this game so far, so it's pretty good. Oh shit.
You have received my message.
Yes, your mission goes well.
So the plot of this game, basically the idea here is that you are a secret Jedi apprentice, sorry, a secret Sith apprentice
The Emperor
who is being trained by Darth Vader, because Darth Vader himself is not powerful enough to deal with Palpatine. What he is instead doing is creating an assassin that he can send after Palpatine when he's strong enough.
Thank you, Lord Vader.
There is much conflict in you. Your feelings for your new allies are growing stronger. Do not forget that you still serve me.
Hey, Juno.
I came to find out where you wanted to go next, but it looks like you've already been told where to go.
Juno, this isn't what it...
Of course it is. You're still loyal to Vader. After he branded me a traitor and tried to kill you...
Yeah, well, that was a big show. That was a big song and dance.
Slave.
Then why did you defy Vader to rescue me?
What? I needed someone to fly the ship.
We both know that that's not true. My being here has never been about my piloting. Sometime soon, you will decide the fate of the rebellion, not your master. And when you're faced with that moment, remember that I, too, was forced to leave behind everything I've ever known. Please, don't make me leave another life behind.
Love is the most powerful force in the galaxy. It's like the Jedi were so fucking wrong. Strength of lightning. I think I'm gonna equip that one. That's pretty god tier. Alright, let's switch over to our... Let's go ahead and customize our lightsaber. Alright, so... what crystal did we get? We got a new purple. Which purple is the purple I had before? We'll go with that purple. It's darker. And lightning ability, boom, boom. And we got ourselves it. That's just Vader's lightsaber, I think. Well, it's the next one, so screw it. We'll go with it.
We'll never win against the Empire.
Shut up, you old drunk. Where's the jungle gear? Hey, look at me! I'm sexy! Alright, let's go for it. Alright, 9,000. Let's go and upgrade our force push. There we go. Hey, Juno. Alright. Save the game real quick. 47. We'll just keep saving here. Imperialized Raxus. Raxus Prime. Rex. The Empire is using raw materials on Raxus Prime to build Imperial Star Destroyers. Destroy the facility and prove that you are ready to take on the Empire. What about Cloud City? We haven't gone there yet. It's been a while since I've gone through this game, so I don't quite remember. Also, oh yeah, right, we gotta return here, of course. I remember this mission. I remember.
I have no idea how I'm gonna destroy that thing.
Proxy and I have been scanning Imperial databases for information on Raxus. We think we have a plan. Proxy?
The Empire is using scrap metal from Raxus Prime to build their Star Destroyers. Metal collected on the surface of the planet is melted down and then fired in space using this.
If you can commandeer the ore cannon, you should be able to fire it directly at the facility itself.
The impact of the compressed ore should be sufficient to distinguish.
Wow, they're just firing the ore into orbit with a giant gun? That is some stupid shit, I love it. Alright, let's look at me. I love how you get a new outfit for every mission. It's super sick. Purple lightsaber, hell yeah, let's go. Purple is my lightsaber color of choice. I think this is well known, but I figured I'd just restate it. Oh, you a Jawa? Neat, hello. Hi there. I ain't gonna hurt him. Even though I could probably get force points out of it, I ain't gonna hurt a random Jawa. Apparently in Battlefront, if you kill Jawas in multiplayer, it counts as a team kill. My lightning's getting pretty overpowered at this point. I don't think I'm Palpatine level yet. Hey Jawas, how's it going, guys? Alright guys, get a little fire set up. Good thing that the stormtroopers left you alone. I wouldn't want to be around those fuckers. Hello. I'll take you and just throw you against that wall there. All set. Yeah, more force points. Fuck yes. Alright. Moving right on through. What's the next force power I want to upgrade? Because there's lightsaber throw, that's going to be good. Repulse, that is the... Okay, that's that ability. I think I might just start going down the list again. So yeah, next time we get to 60,000, I'll go ahead and upgrade that. Oh wow, that's a lot of guys I'm about to zap. Hello. Aw, this game spoils me sometimes, man. Bum, 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 bum. Poor bastard. Comet. There we go. Hadouken! Alright, shit. Slice, 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 slice. I always wanted to cut apart a room of people with a lightsaber. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hello. Oh, that's fucked. That's some evil shit, you bastards. Wait, oh my god, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Fuck you guys. You guys are the worst. Here we go. Bam. Alright, slice my way through. I actually really like these tight rooms. These are really fun and challenging. I like them. Bye, Commander. There's your boss. I'm moving him into the lightning now. I just love how you can delete an enemy by doing that. All right. Slice them all. Zap them all. Repulsor, repulse, repulse, repulse. Poor clones didn't have a chance. Yeah, they're stormtroopers, but still, like, yeah, they're getting fucked. That's the funny thing. For the longest time, we haven't really understood. Like, I think it took until Bad Batch for us to understand that the stormtroopers and the clone troopers were different. Because, like, my interpretation of what the stormtroopers always was that all right, originally it was all clones, but eventually they all die out, right? And they stop making them, and they just eventually rotated in recruits to fight alongside the clones until eventually there were almost no clones left. And the reality is much different, apparently. I always thought the feet on the AT-STs were very cute. Yeah, look at that purple. That's a pretty color. Hello. Oh shit, not again. Alright, we're just gonna start zapping. How are they different? So clones are you're gonna get a feel from this from watching Clone Wars, but basically clones are trained since birth. They are trained from cradle to coffin to be fighters, right? So they are way better as soldiers, way better as fighters. They are stronger, faster, and just all around better. The problem is they're a lot harder to come by than recruits, than training civilians. And the other thing is that the Emperor himself wanted to have a monopoly on cloning technology so that he could use it to duplicate himself going forward and simply transfer his consciousness to a new body. This was his long-term plan that really never came to fruition, not even in the sequel trilogy. However, sorry, train of thought. Clones are specifically genetically made to be the perfect warriors, whereas stormtroopers are simply recruited from the populace. Stormtrooper recruitment is great because you have soldiers who are far more loyal to the Empire who are signing up, and you can enforce a draft to oppress a planet who's causing you trouble. All right, it's like, okay, well, this planet is being, isn't producing enough. There's dissidence and disobedience. Let's take a bunch of its population, indoctrinate them, and make them be part of our fighting force, and then station them back on their own planet as stormtroopers or as a guard garrison. It's a means of oppression and keeping order. But, so yeah, I guess the answer is that they're basically a completely different, like, race of people, almost. They're all clones of Jango Fett. And they're also modified with augmentation and, well, not just, like, they're cybernetics, they have the best gear, the best equipment. They're a smaller, more elite force than stormtroopers or the droids. I hope that helped, whatever that was. That's why they're dealt with such brutal efficiency in Bad Batch, because it's like... Clones I get, but Stormtroopers not so much. Yeah, the main use of the Stormtrooper is a tool of oppression. It's basically a way of turning the general populace against itself and indoctrinating people. Stormtroopers aren't nearly as effective as clone troopers as a fighting force, but as a police force, they are far more effective. The main reason why Stormtroopers exist as a replacement for clone troopers is... Yeah, the main reason they exist is because the Emperor doesn't want to have any loyalty to any aliens. It's a bit of a thing that's left out of the movies, but the Emperor is very racist. He does not like aliens. I'm not familiar with the cave ghosts from Minecraft. Let me look them up. I'm not familiar. Cave ghosts, Minecraft. Are you familiar? Hold on. Ghost miner, cave ghosts. Be present on hard. Where are they? Is there another name for them? Because I'm having trouble finding them on Google Images. But, yeah. The Stormtroopers are also cheaper. Their equipment is not nearly as high quality as the clones. You can get a lot more of them. They're easily replaceable by just recruiting the populaces of the planets you conquer. The white ghastly thing I'm trying to remember. Alright, let me know if you remember what it's called. Ghast. Really? I can see with the color scheme, you know? I can see that. Ghasts always creep me out, man. Ow. Oh shit, did I actually lose that? Oh, my controller's bugging out. It's gotta be. There's no way I would have lost that QTE. Why on earth? Yeah. That is still the most ridiculous thing to me. The fact that he can just crumple up the AT-ST like that. Get rid of these guys first. Take care of them. Oh shit, hey, new lightsaber crystal. Jump, jump. Hold on, guys, I'm gathering collectibles. Ah, no. Fuck off. Alright, jump up here. Boing. Damn it. Got it. Basically, the idea is that the clone part of the plan was to take the galaxy, and the stormtroopers are there to keep it. They're not really an invading force so much as they are a occupying force. That's the way I always thought about it. I was also thinking about, like, the way that the Force works in Star Wars. Not so much in, like, a metaphysical sense, but in a straight-up power level sense. And it's a thing that applies to a lot of things in Star Wars, and it basically comes down to there is no consistent level of power. The best thing we could use to describe this is stormtroopers. Stormtroopers in one piece of Star Wars fiction to another will aim either less accurately or more accurately, depending on who the writer is. Same thing goes for Force powers. Force powers are either a general vibe and feeling thing, and you can occasionally move things with your mind, or every character can shoot lightning out of their fingertips and punch through battle droids. It depends on like what kind of story you want to tell, and the idea is that the way that the Force works should serve the story you're trying to tell, you know? For example, in a story like this, everyone can shoot lightning out of their hands because it's a fun video game and it's meant to be as over the top as humanly possible. Or the Clone Wars show, or the Clone Wars cartoon, again, over the top, meant to be ridiculous, and everybody's meant to be ridiculously overpowered. Alright, well I guess I'll just stand in the lava. Anakin was a bitch. But in something like... And the reason why it works is because it doesn't damage the story. Meanwhile, in Mandalorian, Grogu's never going to shoot lightning out of his hands or, like, throw vehicles at people, you know? So, like, ultimately the level of power your character should have should ultimately serve your story. And I guess that's the issue people have with the sequels, is it does not feel like the level of power that Rey has and the level of power that other Force users have, and the inconsistency of it ultimately serve the narrative being told. It works superhero comics work very similarly, you know? Because sometimes Spider-Man is a normal human who can't take more than a single gunshot or punch, you know? And other times he can be tied to a pole and slammed repeatedly by a kaiju-sized Sandman, in the case of Spider-Man 3. It all depends on the story you're telling. Trapping someone or aligning the long-term plan or something, yeah. Or the idea that all their guns are calibrated poorly, or they're just bad at aiming in general. Like, there's a lot of theories as to why the Stormtroopers aim poorly. The real reason is because the people who made the original Star Wars didn't really know how to do gunfight choreography. And so the only way you could have lengthy gunfights in a series in which one shot from a blaster will kill any character is to make people miss repeatedly. You can also see this in games, like, for example, a game, Baldur's Gate. Most hits in the early game of Baldur's Gate will just instantly kill you or your enemies. So what do you do to get past this? Well, everyone misses all the time, you know? You just ultimately gotta make the choice that serves your narrative the best. Something like Mandalorian, like Din Djarin's able to get shot a bunch. Other characters are able to get shot a bunch too, because in that setting, a shot from a blaster isn't necessarily a death. Same thing goes for like a hit from a lightsaber because of Beskar. And because of the narrative and the story you're telling and the power level of the characters you have, you're able to have more, I guess you could say, more action-packed gunfights with better fight choreography. And enemies are able to consistently hit their targets. It's okay that if Din Djarin gets shot a couple times, because it'll likely ping off of his Beskar. Same thing goes for a Dark Trooper getting shot, or that kind of thing. However, in the case of... However, if Din Djarin gets pinned down by gunfire and gets, like, blown away by a fucking... gets blown away by a machine gun turret, enough of those hits are eventually going to land to where he actually will take enough damage to need medical attention or even die. And that's where our tension comes from. Because, like, someone could look at that fight between him and Ahsoka and just go like, oh, Ahsoka would be able to naturally easily end him. Yeah, maybe in a different story, but the idea is that what matters about that scene is the narrative going on and the like the story being told by the fight, and also the idea that they're both equally matched. If this was Clone Wars and Din Djarin was in Clone Wars in that style where Ahsoka's faster and stronger, or portrayed as faster and stronger, well, he'd be just as fast and strong as she is, because the point is that they're evenly matched. Yeah, low, high, mid setting. Exactly. Like, the action in something like this is supercharged, but if Starkiller showed up in Clone Wars, he wouldn't be nearly this powerful. Same thing goes for like Rey. If Rey was in this game, she would be a god, because Rey's character is someone, as much as I don't like that, Rey is meant to be extremely powerful with the Force at all times. She's a bit of a Mary Sue that way, but I mean, regardless of your opinion on that, that's how she's made. Like Palpatine in this game can fly. It's just a way of showing how powerful of a character he is. Also, I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. Is there a map? Narrative or gold. Yep, absolutely. Is this the generator? Oh, yes it is actually. Totally, that is totally the force field generator. How do I get through you? Oh, that's cool. That's a cool puzzle. I like that. I was thinking of a fight from Force Awakens that gets misunderstood a lot. So, very similar, like the rules of what can and can't kill a person is very similar to each other in the Force Awakens and the original Star Wars. So, like, a lot of people get confused as to why Rey was able to beat Kylo Ren in a lightsaber battle, and I always saw that as a fair victory personally. So a couple different things. One, in the emotional state of the characters. In that scene, Rey is focused. She is driven. She is being driven by anger. She is being driven by hate, both of which are things that give her power. She wants to kill Kylo Ren. So automatically she gets a buff from that, right? On top of that, she's completely uninjured and fresh. She's not tired, she's not injured. She is, you know, ready, willing, and able to fight. Though she is unexperienced as far as the Force is concerned, she has advantage. Meanwhile, Kylo Ren has been shot. He has been shot by Chewbacca, and he is bleeding. He is currently bleeding out during that fight. He just fell over. I did enough chip damage to kill him and he just flopped over. On top of that, he's conflicted. He had just killed his own father, and that had left him very conflicted. He had thought that it would basically give him the strength he needed to fully become a Sith, but instead it simply it did him bad more than good because he wasn't focused. The reason why Kylo lost in that fight is because he was conflicted. He wasn't fully on board with the idea of killing Rey, or even being alive at the very moment. He probably hated himself quite a bit for what he did to his dad. It was supposed to give him strength, but it didn't. Instead, it weakened him. It unfocused him. And because of that, he was at a disadvantage. On top of that, he was injured. Though he did have the experience and like training advantage on Rey, she had a lot more going for her. So it made perfect sense to me why Kylo lost that fight. In the end, I'm just like, oh, Rey won because she was focused. She had hate powering her and anger. She's not really a Jedi at that point. Give strength as opposed to self-hatred. Yeah, self-hatred is the ultimate weakness. If you have self-loathing, or if you're conflicted, like if you're openly conflicted the way Kylo was, you're done. Like, at least again, when you're fighting against someone who's focused and powerful, you know? That's what makes Ahsoka so strong. Almost every time Ahsoka fights, she is sure that she is in the right. That doesn't mean that she's always right. It's just every situation she's been in, she has a full understanding that she is doing the right thing, because she has no fear or self-doubt. She's been taught that confidence by Anakin and by the Jedi, while still not being a Jedi herself in the end. But yeah, the emotional state of the character matters. And it's ultimately why I don't get too bogged down in the idea of fight choreography in Star Wars. Unless we're dealing with like non-Force users. When it comes to the Force, it's magic that is based off of emotion. So a lot of times, victory is earned by a character's natural resolution. So like, basically the victory, whatever victory happens, is the one that should serve the story. You know, like, do you think? Remember when Luke defeated Vader in Return of the Jedi? In that fight, he didn't have any great skill with the lightsaber. He wasn't physically stronger than Vader. He was just pissed off because Vader implied that he would corrupt Leia. Vader stated that he would corrupt and potentially even kill Luke's sister, someone he loves very dearly. And because of that hatred making him strong, he was able to lob off Vader's arm. Hey, Ellie, good to see you. But, in that scene, Luke doesn't have a higher power level than Vader. He's not a better fighter than Darth Vader. He simply got pissed off and surprised Darth Vader, and also had the power of hatred behind him and anger, which is Palpatine's whole point. He was like, look at this, look how powerful you are. You could even defeat someone who was probably going to and was currently mopping the floor with you. Like, Luke was barely holding his own in that fight, but when he gave into his anger and his hatred, he was able to win. Or he was able to get that advantage on Vader. Though in the end, he rejected power itself in order to save somebody he loved, his father. Who he was angry at, yeah. But in the end, he decided he gave in to love instead of hate, and that's what ended up winning the day. They would have been stronger than them, the risk of falling into the... Yes, that's the idea. The idea is that a Jedi could give in to hate and anger and become way more powerful, way faster, but in the end, they would lose their free will and inevitably fall to the dark side. Now, if they were willing to do what is necessary to maintain and free themselves of that ideology, they'd be okay. But the problem is, the moment a Jedi loses their faith, loses their composure, and for lack of a better word, loses their religion, they feel the need to course correct and fly in the opposite direction, which is what creates Sith. It's the lack of... but end up falling into it. Yeah, that's the problem. It's the slippery slope. Like, there's this really good book called Dark Disciple, which is about Asajj Ventress and a Jedi, and who's a Sith, and a Jedi teaming up to assassinate Count Dooku and end the Clone Wars early. Now, of course, they don't succeed in their goal, as you probably already know from Revenge of the Sith. However, one of the things in that book is the idea that if someone who has been trained as a Jedi their whole life suddenly starts to dive into dark side stuff without proper discipline and understanding, they will inevitably fall into the dark side. And it's a slippery slope, and it's one of the big problems that Force users have to worry about. Like, I was half expecting Rey to go Sith. Like, in the sequels, before they completely flew off, before they completely went over the edge and broke, I was expecting Rey to go Sith, because hate is what her anger towards Kylo Ren for killing the closest thing she'd ever had to a father, the first person who was ever like nice to her in the form of Han Solo. I was expecting her to kind of dip into dark side, which is why the midpoint of The Last Jedi was so exciting and so utterly fucking disappointing when they gave up on it. Yeah, win-win loop for the Siths, absolutely. Kreia, the biggest problem you have, though, is the reliance on a belief system, rather than simply embracing your own free will and autonomy. Embracing your own will to power and your own ability to understand the world through experience, rather than giving in to the teachings of old masters. Because, like, if a Jedi gave into their anger, and instead of deciding that they needed some sort of structure or faith or religion in their life, instead decided to just do what they personally thought was best and learn from their mistakes and be willing to admit when they were wrong, well, you'd probably end up with a lot more Kreias and Lukes. Because here's the other thing. Luke Skywalker eventually fell to the dark side. That's something that people don't, that not a lot of people know about. There was one of Palpatine's plans after he died was to have a backup clone of him as a younger self. Not to be him particularly, because it's technically a new person, but to continue his will after his death, you know? And so, ultimately, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to deal with these fucking clone stormtroopers right now. So that clone came back, it lured Luke Skywalker in, captured him, and ended up corrupting him, right? And so Luke actually did become a Sith for a minute. However, in the end, Han and Leia were able to find Luke, and when Palpatine tried sicking Luke onto them and having Luke kill them, they were able to bring Luke back from the dark side. And in doing so, Luke came out way stronger, having an understanding of both sides of the ideology. Very similar to Kreia. Yeah, they brought him back to the light. It was... And so, Luke, that's why people consider, like, Legends Luke to be a great Jedi, because he still considers himself to be a Jedi, and he still believes in a lot of the beliefs of the Jedi, or what he believes to be the beliefs of the Jedi, because a lot of that shit's lost. However, in the end, he was able to come back okay because, well, he accepted his own responsibility, his own autonomy, and his ability to do good, not based off of what some old book or what some old religion tells you to do, but because of what you personally believe and know to be true. Same thing happened to Asajj Ventress, same thing happened to Ahsoka, happens to a lot of Star Wars characters. It's ultimately the path that most long-living Jedi fall into because, well, that's the kind of the narrative of Star Wars before the sequels wrecked it. Can I block by holding the button? Hold on. Oh, I'll be damned, I can block by holding the attack button. That's weird. Yeah, not because... Yeah, exactly, because love is very powerful. It's just... The problem is that power can corrupt. The loss of a loved one can ultimately break you. There's a character in Knights of the Old Republic named Jolee Bindo who talks about this. He basically talks about how love itself will save you. Love is powerful if you're a Force user, and it will ultimately save you and set you free. However, what matters is your character, how you respond to love, how you respond to the natural hurt and pain that comes with accepting love. You know, very similar to real life. It's like, love isn't bad. What sucks is having your heart broken and losing loved ones, you know? Love itself is the most wonderful thing in the world, and when you feel it, it's magical. And, but what matters is how you deal with it when it's challenged. Yeah, the idea is that, well, I don't know if the Force is love personified, it's more that if you plug love into the Force, it can be a very powerful ally. And it's something that the Jedi were never able to tap into because of their fear of the loss that naturally comes with love. But Luke learned to handle that loss. He learned to accept it. I mean, yes, you can truly gain enlightenment and gain happiness and peace by never truly loving anyone and simply accepting the Jedi viewpoint, which is you love everything equally, of course. Which in reality means you're not really loving at all. I mean, I don't know, maybe you are, but I know it's not how I love currently. How you use is what defines it. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. The Force is it's a natural force of nature. How you use it is what defines your character. It's power. You can use power for all kinds of things. That's one of the things that the Sith got right. The Sith got right the idea that the Force is both a thing you can become one with, but equally as importantly, it is a tool you can use to make your own will a reality. I still think that, I like to believe that Luke actively worked against the will of the Force, and in doing so saved his father. And himself. And the entire galaxy. Now, of course, Anakin played a part in that. Which is why I find it so fucking offensive that Luke would try to kill his nephew. You know, The Force Awakens, it's full of plot holes, it's got issues. I don't like what it does to Han Solo as a character, but that's one character. And Han Solo is important, absolutely, but he's not nearly as important as someone like Luke Skywalker or Anakin, you know? It's what the sequels did to Luke that ultimately made me say, like, alright, those are fun fan fiction, but they're not canon. There's some good shit in there. It's not canon, and I can't treat it as such. Now, the reality is, of course, is that Disney says it's canon, and ultimately you're fine to label like that, but I don't know. I've been reading books and experiencing fiction for long enough to decide what I want out of it, and ultimately, if a piece of fiction makes me miserable, it's not doing its job. Very true, because it can. Thoughts on Plo being able to use lightning of justice, similar to Sith lightning, but no form of anger. I don't know about that one. That's weird. Like, technically the Force is magic, and it can take whatever form it wants to, as long as the story factors in what that can do. I like to think that the light side and the dark side of the Force have their own inherent abilities and stuff. I like that lightning is a Sith exclusive thing. I like that healing is something that, the Sith get drain and the Jedi get heal in the case of the Old Republic back before those Force abilities were lost. So Plo Koon being able to shoot lightning out of it, like be able to shoot lightning of justice is weird. It's not plot annihilating, it's more just, I know what I personally prefer. I like the idea that the different forms of Force religion have their own inherent abilities. But I don't see anything necessarily wrong or plot annihilating about it. I just kind of roll my eyes and continue.
What do you think you're doing?
I guess the TLDR of that one is, I don't like it, but I'm okay with it. I'll allow it. Not that I have any power over it anyway. But yeah, when it comes to the sequels, my basic...
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah. Oh yes, and Dooku actually learned lightning back when he was a Jedi as well, but that was because he had made contact with the Sith holocron, which is some fucking mind-corrupting shit. That's why Ezra was able to do all kinds of crazy Force shit early on too, because it changes you contacting that. But yeah, my basic take on all three Star Wars movies, or all three Star Wars prequels, are Force Awakens was cool. It was an interesting start. It was an interesting, like, hey, let's establish what Star Wars is to a new generation. Let's introduce some likable characters. And it basically what decided what was going to be, what basically decided the value of the sequel trilogy was what the second movie did. It was all dependent on The Last Jedi. And I don't know what the hell that movie was trying to accomplish. Because it basically did nothing. The plot didn't move at all. It didn't add anything. And it effectively reset the trilogy. Meaning they weren't able to do anything with it. It was all riding on that second movie. Unless they were willing to extend it and extend the story and make it not a trilogy. But ultimately they didn't do that. And so The Last Jedi ultimately ruined any sort of potential the trilogy had by not doing anything. There was a point in The Last Jedi where I was open to it, like, alright, well, you've character assassinated Luke. You've killed Han. I don't know what's going on. You've ruined the Rebel Alliance. I guess... Alright, let's see what's going on with this... I want to see what's going on with the Kylo and Rey alliance. I want to see what's going on with the Sith Jedi alliance, and they just decided not to do that. And so it ended up going nowhere, and I was just like, okay, it's over. That's it. Like, I didn't need to know anything or see The Rise of Skywalker to know that the sequels weren't going to go anywhere or do anything. There wasn't anywhere to go with that story. I need health. I'm hurting pretty bad. Got him. Alright, jump, jump. Dash, grab the health, grab the health. Yeah, pretty much. Well, basically the idea, I think those movies were very reactionary. They didn't have a long-term plan, clearly, like they did with Marvel, where... Get out of here, douchebag. Fucking go. Oh, son of a bitch. Let me grab some heals real quick. Sorry. But yeah, the first movie was made, I think I heard a really good video basically talking about it. So, Star Wars The Force Awakens was made by J.J. Abrams, someone who has publicly gone on record as saying that they don't like the prequels and they don't care about the expanded universe. So, basically those movies were made, The Force Awakens was made in response to the prequels and basically going, alright, like, okay, well, the prequels were bad, they ruined everything, let's reset Star Wars to what it should be. It should be World War II in space with magic and robots. And ultimately, that's all he wanted to be. Han Solo was a smuggler, he wasn't anything more. Luke was an old master Jedi, and all the crazy, like, internal politics and philosophy that... You just killed your own friend, dude. That, like, basically defined the Force in the prequels, just was thrown in the garbage in favor of a vanilla view of the Force. This movie came out, and it had good fight choreography, good action, decent acting, good characters, amazing special effects. But basically the idea is that we were rebooting Star Wars to its original form so that new people could take it in a new direction, right? Well, the problem is The Force Awakens is ultimately a reboot of A New Hope. It's a soft reboot where the characters are switched around a bit, and it doesn't really do anything new or original. It resets everything timeline-wise, and a lot of people didn't like that. And a lot of those people complained, and their criticisms were heard by the director of the next movie, Rian Johnson, who was like, all right, well, let's completely reset it. Let's continue this redefining of what Star Wars is. And so the whole point of that movie was like, all right, yeah, well, it's not going to be The Empire Strikes Back. If you're expecting this to just be The Empire Strikes Back again, we're going to subvert all of your expectations and make a movie that doesn't service fans at all versus the fan service movie that was The Force Awakens. And so then it went nowhere because it was so busy tearing down what was built before that it couldn't make anything new for itself. And so ultimately, we then got to Rise of Skywalker, and Rise of Skywalker was, oh my god, Return of The Last Jedi fucking wrecked everything. Let's just try and salvage what we can. Let's tell the 2 stories worth of movies over the next 3 hours. And it's like, all right, well, Snoke got killed off, so I guess we're going back to Palpatine because we're too uncreative to think of anything new. What the hell? Anyway, bring back Palpatine. Fuck it. They did it in the expanded universe. We can do it too. And just ultimately, it went nowhere. It was such a shame. And it wasn't able to go anywhere. Like, it's just. And that's my issue, is like, we can't build a universe off of that. We can't infect what new great shit that's come out through canon purely because of the creative work of other people who are way better than than the people that worked on the sequels, or at least that achieved far more than the people that worked on the sequels. We can't taint them with the sequels. But yeah. Yeah, a completely new villain. They could have created an alliance between Kylo and Rey, and then had a new outside enemy invade, similar to the Yuuzhan Vong. Like, oh, it's people from another galaxy. They have their own way of looking at things. They're completely new. Let's take this story in a crazy new direction, you know? It doesn't just have to be World War II in space again. They could have told any kind of story they wanted to, but after The Force Awakens, but instead they decided to just completely... They were trying so hard to seem original that they pretty much fucked themselves. I would have much rather had just a remake of Return of Empire Strikes Back after that, because that actually would have had a chance of being good. Would it have been anything new or crazy or unique? Then no. Like, a lot of people... And the reason why that movie got so many people defended that movie is because it was cool. It had a lot of the qualities of the first one, right? It had good special effects, good acting, interesting characters, but ultimately, like, those people, what they really like is novelty. They like something new and original and unique, and a lot of them really didn't like the prequels, so they were still, as long as it wasn't the prequels, it was fine. Even the Red Letter Media guys, like, they understand those movies are bad, but they still hold that all the number, they're not nearly as bad as the prequels. God damn it, fucking, it's fresh new moves. Yeah, exactly, it felt new and exciting, and it wasn't the prequels, and that's all it had to be for some people. Can I please have a health pack? I'm dying here. The prequels really upset a lot of people, and I think I know why. One, those movies aren't very good, but like, the backlash that those got is far beyond any sort of just natural distaste, you know? Like, I don't like the sequels very much, but if you told me, like, I don't know, I wouldn't be saying that my childhood was ruined by George Lucas or by J.J. Abrams. It's like, I think what the problem was with the problem with the Star Wars prequels and what upset people so much about them wasn't the actual quality of the movies. It was the fact that the prequels came along and stomped all over Legends as it was defined at the time, you know. There's a lot of stuff that those movies did that stomped all over good comics, games, and books that people had read, which is upsetting. I'm dealing with that right now myself, where I have new stories coming through and like retconning stuff I enjoy. Hell, the entire Thrawn trilogy's been retconned at this point by Mandalorian, and unless they want to reprint them. It was the opposite, actually. Old Star Wars was very grimy and violent. It was very like old Western, and the prequels are very shiny and clean. The story it told was completely different than Star Wars. Star Wars was a story of war and adventure, whereas the prequels were a tale about political intrigue. Mainly political intrigue with some adventure thrown in there, but it was a different kind of story. And a lot of people didn't vibe with that. And on top of that, it wasn't told very well. The effects were not great. The directing and the writing was quite poor. And it wasn't until Clone Wars where a lot of people were able to really get comfortable with that era. Yeah, and also it's that the concepts of the Sith and the Jedi have been existing within people's minds for years. And so, like, a lot of people just watched those first 3 movies and then they filled in the blanks with their head. So, for example, Darth Vader was just called Darth Vader. Darth was not, in a lot of people's minds, Darth was not a title that was meant to be used for Sith Lords. Darth Vader had a red lightsaber because he was a Jedi, and red was an evil-looking color. And so ultimately, when people saw that every Sith Lord had the name Darth and used a red lightsaber, it made that seem less special. Darth Vader was this cool, imposing badass, right? He was like this cool, cold, imposing motherfucker who seemed to have some sort of system of honor and, like, glory and power. He was this imposing, badass, likable figure, and then we get to see Darth Vader as a teenager beg for sex in Attack of the Clones. We get to see him as an annoying child actor in The Phantom Menace, and it kind of, for a lot of people, that ruined Darth Vader for them. Yeah, like, it devalued Darth Vader. And that happens with a lot of characters in the prequels. It happens with Palpatine not so much. I feel like Palpatine was purely improved by the prequels. The only downside, I think, is that a lot of people didn't like that he used a lightsaber, because it seemed like he was above that sort of thing, you know? I mean, honestly, if you want to see a video that really encapsulates the anti-prequel mindset while still giving a lot of interesting criticism that I think is still valid to this day, look up Red Letter Media prequel reviews. They are some of the funniest, most entertaining videos on the internet, and they'll really help you understand the mindset of people that weren't really a fan of the prequels. Oh yeah, fucking Palpatine was really improved by the prequels. I adore him in those movies. He's so entertaining. Good old Palpy. Gosh, Shadowguard, you are so tough. This is just a normal enemy in the PS3 360 version, by the way. Oh, these guys. Can I just throw you in the lava? Let's try it. Let's grab you and toss you over the edge. Not you. Okay, I can toss you, damn it. Well, the difference between Shadow Guards versus Royal Guards and both versus Inquisitors, I do not have a concrete answer, but I have a headcanon. And we don't currently know what happened to the Inquisitorius and all the Inquisitors. My personal belief is all the Inquisitors did one of two things. They were either killed, or they were cycled into the military of the Empire. So the Shadow Guard I'm fighting right here is likely was an Inquisitor at some point. As for the Praetorian Guard / Royal Guard, the ones who are actually force equipped, they were probably Inquisitors that did exceptionally well. It's kind of like a promotion, you know? Inquisitors, they were out there hunting at one point, but once they served their purpose, they either died serving their purpose, or they were kind of rolled back into the Empire along with everything else, you know? So my headcanon at the moment is that Shadow Guards were once Inquisitors. Praetorian Guard were once Inquisitors, or they were part of the Hand of Palpatine that was eventually retired. The Hand of Palpatine are a bunch of... Sorry, the Hand of the Emperor, I think it's called. They are a guild of force-sensitive assassins that the Emperor uses to kill high-value targets. Mara Jade was a hand of the Emperor. She was an assassin who served the Emperor. The lady that eventually goes on to marry Luke Skywalker. Man, Mara Jade's a badass. You want to talk about a fucking cool character? Mara Jade, she is the shit. Alright, go ahead and do your thing. Yeah, that's right. Asshole. Is he unkillable? I'm trying really hard to get this guy, but I just can't seem to beat him. Like an internal hunter? Yeah, usually he'll send them after like politicians or a specific character or specific people. For example, Mara Jade was sent to kill Luke Skywalker secretly without Darth Vader knowing. She was one of the dancers at Jabba's palace, and she was basically sent to kill Luke. However, because she was not able to do that and he ended up escaping before she was able to, she was never able to return to Palpatine, or else he would just kill her. Because if any of the Hands of the Emperor failed in their mission, they would just get killed. Oh, this poor bastard. Dun, 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 dun. Jesus, Starkiller, how many people just died?
What's going on out there, boy? One of the Star Destroyers is headed right for you.
We'll never get clear in time. You need to get back here and pull it over the cannon.
You're insane. It's massive.
You're a Jedi, boy. Size means nothing to you. Get back here. Reach out with the Force and grab that ship, or we'll die on this trash heap.
What was I gonna say? There was a thing I was thinking of, but I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's a pretty cool concept. I have an audiobook recommendation. I would recommend the Thrawn trilogy by Timothy Zahn. Look that up on Audible. Those are very good books. Those take place immediately after Return of the Jedi. and kind of they tell the story of well, of the main cast of Star Wars fighting against a Grand Admiral Thrawn, who is one of the remaining Imperial warlords and arguably the most capable. Just a badass tactician. And a very charismatic fellow himself.
You there, boy?
Look up pictures of them, you'll like what you see.
Has the shipyard been destroyed?
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Repeat, has the shipyard been destroyed? Respond! Boy!
Relax, General, I'm still here.
You did it, Starkler. Oh shit, will I post that on gallery? Alright, if you're in the are you in the Discord? Alright, I can go ahead and post that in gallery. Once I finish this cutscene here. Yay! Alright. I will go ahead and link it in the Discord.
Starting to spread.
Good. Then we should contact Senator Organa and start planning our next attack.
I'll handle that.
Yay!
In the meantime, I've set up a meeting with another Imperial contact.
Oh shit, yeah, Garmbel Iblis. He's in that book as well.
He's a firebrand in the Senate with no love for the Emperor. He wants to discuss an alliance. Let's plot a course for Cloud City.
I'll link you the Audible. I'll link you the Thrawn novel, which is probably a better thing to read if you want to learn more about the character. Okay, cool. Rex's Prime survival gear. All right, let's go ahead and change up my outfits, and then we can wrap this up for the night. Did I get any new colors that mission, or was that just did I just get another purple? Let's use blue for a while. As boring as blue is. More lightsaber damage looks good to me. I don't think I've used that one yet. All right.
Just leave me alone.
Customize my costumes. That's pretty cool. That's what we're wearing then. Looks good to me.
Master, I am pleased to see you are not
Force
dead.
powers. I have a lot. Let's go ahead and max out our lightning. Cool. I got bad news for you. Let me double check. Let me double check it. But he's going to be played by. I think he's going to be played by his voice actor. Ahsoka Thrawn actor. Lars Mikkelsen. Yep. I believe, yeah, he's being played by his voice actor from Rebels, I think. So let me double check real quick. Yeah. He's gonna be in the Ahsoka series. What? Oh. It's like he played Zabuza? No, in the Danish dub of Zabuza. He's a Danish actor. Yeah, it's the same voice actor that's in Rebels. Lars Mikkelsen. That name. Yes! Holy shit! He has it's Mads Mikkelsen's brother. That's so fucking cool. Sorry, I'm kind of marking out here. Mads Mikkelsen is the actor that plays Hannibal in the show Hannibal. He's also in Rogue One. He's in Doctor Strange. He's in Death Stranding. He plays Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore. Like, Mads Mikkelsen's the shit. I did not know he... Okay, so yeah, his brother is playing Thrawn. Kick ass, man. Royalty. Anyway, yep, took over JD's Fantastic Beasts. Let's go ahead and upload now that I've taken care of these information. Yeah, there we go. Now that I've upgraded pretty much everything across the board, upgraded the skills I really care about, we're gonna go start going down the list and upgrading the ones that... All hail Mads. Just go down the list and start upgrading the shit I really care about. Anyway, yeah, that was today's stream of The Force Unleashed. The entire thing will be uploaded on YouTube tomorrow, I think? I'll be uploading yesterday's Bounty Hunter stream and this one on YouTube and linking them in the Discord. I'll probably be linking them in Gallery. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to follow. If you want to see more from me, be sure to check out the YouTube down below. And of course, if you just want to hang out, be sure to join the Discord. We're going to go ahead and check out some other Force Unleashed streamers and see if we can find someone we're interested in raiding. If not, unless there's somebody online who's already playing. Metal Hellslinger. Hey, pretty cool. I'm on Tumblr most of the time. I get notified there. Keep the Tumblr post for the stream. All right, hell yeah, will do. Let's go ahead and check out some other Force Unleashed streamers. Am I the only person streaming Force Unleashed right now? Nope. That's good. All right, let's check out Chrome Capture. Check out Chero. Give them a few seconds. If they don't got any commentary, we'll go ahead and move on to someone else. I forgot who Telecompletes was. Oh, Telecompletes was the last guy who was playing.
Level 3. I don't know if you unlock level 3.
We'll go ahead and raid Telly since he's already somebody who's on the channel. This game's the shit anyway.
No? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid Telly. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and please enjoy the raid.
I guess it's something we can test. Worst case scenario, I'll just have to come back and do this tournament again. I keep going to say tournament. I don't know why.
Alright, raiding time.
School of the Cat, how you going? Thank you for the raid, I appreciate it, my man.